finally, the third journal is out. Lizzie's Journal by GD Kid 101, the third installment in the journal series. On the first page of the journal, it reads, I'm the cheerleader Lizzie, named by Roger. Nice to meet you. I was with Roger until he was blasted away. And in this journal, I'll be going through my journey to find him again, starting with getting aid from others. After seeing Roger get blown away, the candleman brought me to the middle of the area to officially execute me. I ran off and continued doing so for over half a year. I've somehow survived. Eventually, the candleman learned my strategy and quartered me back into the center of the area. Before they could lay their wax hands on me, however, a group of people appeared behind them. Being the cheerleader that I was, I boosted their attack speed even though I didn't know who they were at all. So here we are. The poor cheerleader is trapped. She's finally trapped here in the realm of the dead. The candle people, the soul keepers, have found her. However, behind them, hidden heroes have struck. Crow, the knight, lovely Helga, looking as beautiful as always, even though she seems to have a bit of a sore neck condition. Helga might want to get that looked at. Over here, you have Larry, and you have Crow's mysterious unnamed priest. This is the same priest that gave him his god powers in the first chapter, the first journal. The question is, at what point in the history of Crow's journey from knight to god is this? Before or after he gets god powers? Well, luckily for Lizzie, Crow is going to smite these lovely candle people, and Larry doing his beautiful job. Well done, Larry. You are doing a fantastic job. So I learned that the potion guy is Larry, the woman is Helga, the knight is Crow. That priest was also there, and he explained that Larry had asked him what he wanted, and it led to the group over to me. They asked me if I was okay, and even though they just saved me, I said no, telling them I wanted to see Roger. They froze when I said his name, and the priest defended me, saying that there is a possibility we can get him back and turn him to the good side. We were going to plan it out in the next day until some vampires came to attack us, so they want to make Roger a good guy. Last we remember, Roger was turned into an evil skeleton archer and, well, joined the dark side of Tabs. Luckily, the priest is ready to defend Lizzie, to defend her desire to get Roger back. Meanwhile, knowing Crow, he's down with the idea. And knowing Larry, he'd just rather throw a potion at Roger. Larry really likes potions. And oh my goodness, we've got vampires in the trees. This is probably one of the only units in the game that can survive a fall. Let's find out. Are you gonna survive that fall? Oh yeah, you just fly down. Look at you go, that's amazing. Vampires move in on Crow the Knight and they nom him. This is where the cheerleader really needs to power up Larry's potions. Get those potions coming out quickly so that they can survive the vampire attack. And Mr. Crow, a little confused, luckily not turned into the undead, nor is he turned into a raptor. Because as we all know, Larry's potions can sometimes do some crazy things. After that random attack, a catapult user named Steven rolled up to us and told us to follow him. We all traveled to a castle, and a bard was there, whose name was Benny. He was looking at this little tower by the castle, and someone was sitting outside of it. We tried to get the guy down, but he wasn't too happy. So when a random dude in a catapult rolls up on you, you're just gonna listen to him. You're just gonna follow him. I mean, sure. This time it worked out nicely. I mean, Benny's here, everything's good to go. But if I'm out in the field, I'm chilling, I'm just doing my thing. I'm having a sandwich, I'm drinking some nice coffee, having a great day. And all of a sudden, a medieval catapult rolls up on me because a squire is pushing it along, and the squire says, "Come with me if you want to live." I don't know if I'm going with the catapult. And now our lovely band of heroes is staring at a swordcaster chilling in a tower. I have to say, you're not the Rapunzel I expected to see. Also, why are these chickens not afraid of you? The dude has swords spinning around him. What are you doing just chilling here? Well, our lovely friends seem to be ready to say hello to the unhappy swordcaster. The swords are being... Oh my god. Crow took the swords on the shield and then one on the breastplate, and then the catapult's like, yo bro, what's up? I love how he gets flung by the catapult every time it happens. It's such a really cool shot. The catapult blows up the swordcaster in this tower. Now, this begs the question. I'm assuming he is a squire to King Philip, part of King Philip's empire. He just destroyed King Philip's tower. I'd be scared if I was you. The guy was apparently the general of the undead, and his name was Phantom. Phantom told us he was temporarily kicked out of the dead realm because he had let Roger escape. He led us over to this strange door, and something was happening behind it while the group was trying to figure out how to open it. If you guys remember from the last journal, this was the door to the undead realm, the realm of the Reaper. This is the door that Roger came out of as he escaped the realm of the dead in his skeleton archer form. And now our heroes want to go through it, even with tiny head phantom. What happened to your head? It's so shook and small. Let's listen to hear what's going on behind the door. I'm waiting. I'm hearing some stomps. There was some stomping rumbles. I don't know what that noise was. That like ground pound, like an ice giant or something? Since Phantom was back in the dead realm, some skeleton archers decided to help us out. In our way, 6 bony fellows were there, but behind them were regular archers. None of them were Roger, I can tell. So what are regular knights doing down in the undead realm? Are they disciples of Roger? Do they want to follow in Roger's footsteps and maybe become a skeleton archer like these amazing guys over here? Luckily, our lovely General Phantom does have these skeleton archers on his side. I imagine that the undead realm is split between those that follow, the undead Phantom here and those that follow Roger. Our heroes seem to be ready to go, and our enemies seem to be ready to go. So let's just get this catapult action going on, because we all know that catapult is going to decimate most of his army. Most of the archers in the back were destroyed by the catapult. The knight charged in, swordcasters charging in, and yeah, sword through the skull. That'll get it done. We all continued along, and the area began to go gray. Crow recognized the change and told us that the dead realm and the blank region were probably somehow merging together. Someone had to be behind this. Along the merged area, some random people mixed in with the undead were present, so this is the realm where Crow gained his god powers. I guess you can kind of call it heaven of sorts. And then you had the dead realm, and they're starting to merge. Their boundaries are starting to blend together. Our lovely band of heroes is here, and we have a hodgepodge of people. It looks like pirates. It looks like dynasty archers. It looks like vampires. It looks like painters. This painter is a little bit crazy. And this one's a little bit terrified. And the Soul Keeper, is the Soul Keeper here, or is this just one of his general minions? Let's see if our heroes can take care of this. Oh my goodness, the Bob Ross carts. Apparently they're modded Bob Ross carts, and they just took the Crow Knight and the Crow Priest off the map. A good chunk of our armies have been destroyed, and in come the vampires. Can our ragtag army, what's left? The painter is dodging all the range attacks. Whoa! Matrix dodge. Oh, can't dodge when you're on the ground. Oh, the harpooner has got a hold of General Phantom. The harpooner's bringing in the swordcaster. Probably not a good strategy, because that means he can get swords on you much faster. Oh, the harpooner with the drop kick on the swordcaster. Swordcaster said no. Take a sword instead. My God, General Phantom, you are powerful. Moving along, a platform dented with holes was the next area to pass. Tons of random people appeared out of the holes, and the fighting continued. Our heroes are here. Luckily, Crow and the priest who were knocked off the last map were brought back into this world. That's just the properties of the gray area. And over here, we have our new enemies, some berserkers and ice archers, some dynasty, all sorts of people from all sorts of areas, all sorts of factions, tribals, hobbits, farmers. Everybody is here from almost every single faction. Crow, the Night Crow, is getting a little bit confused, and now he's getting attacked by a berserker, and he tried to lunge at the berserker, but he was confused and absolutely missed. Helga with the headbutt on the hobbits. 3 hobbits have now grabbed onto Helga. The Night Crow seemed to have fallen down. The swordcaster is here, the priest is here, and the cheerleader Lizzie is trying to power up this skeleton archer. Things don't look so good for our team of red. So long as our swordcaster does not fall down a hole, I think we'll be okay. General Phantom continuing to do his thing, having a hard time navigating this holy ground. Get it? Holy ground. Actually, now that I think about it, it is kind of holy ground, because this is a kind of like heaven. This is where Crow got his god power, so it makes the area holy of sorts. And then not to mention the fact that there's actual holes there. It seems we have one little ice archer over here doing his thing, and I'm waiting for the catapult. Oh, never mind. Larry got it. Ice Archer's probably gonna... Oh, the catapult will do the job just fine. Finally, we made it all the way to a castle. There was no one inside. But then Roger appeared. Crow noticed that he was back to normal. But Roger wasn't with an army. He was just standing there, waiting to be struck down. Why is Roger standing there waiting to be struck down? Is this one of those Jedi moments where if you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you could ever imagine? Is that what's going on here? Roger, back in his human form, no longer a skeleton archer, no longer evil? Because if you remember, that's kind of the purpose of our quest, is to find Roger and to turn him back to the good side. Or is this a giant trap? My money is on a giant trap. Our heroes look ready to go. Everyone looks healthy. Helga's looking a little bit surprised. Don't worry, Helga. Everything's going to be A-okay. Lizzie and our priest are here. I have a funny feeling our Lizzie is going to be shot at by Roger. This Lizzie and Roger were friends in I remember they were friends in the journal. So Lizzie's here trying to convince Roger to turn to the good side. And Roger is about to get potioned. Yep, there he goes. He is now a little bit confused, a little bit drunk, maybe turning into, oh, Helga just got shot. Sorry, Helga. Oh, sword in the back while you're lying on the ground. That is just rude. Roger got up and walked away, and we followed him. He traveled to the top of a spire, and there we cornered him, yet Roger didn't seem to care. What is up with him? This is a trap. I am calling a trap. This looks like a trap. This smells like a trap. This feels like a trap. This sounds like a trap. I'm pretty much running out of feelings here. Regardless, guys, there's no way. There's no way that Roger's just willingly going, hey, I'm cool. I was evil, but I'm just going to stand here and let you shoot me. No. Something bad is going to happen. Something terrible is about to occur as Roger is struck down in a split second. What is he plotting? Roger seemed to want to be intentionally cornered, and we did so yet again. I wanted to go up to him and ask what was wrong, and I wanted to see where he was going with this strange behavior. I knew this behavior was strange. There's something going on here, guys. This Roger is up to something. Why is he leading them around this realm of gray, this realm where the gods are created? Why is he leading them around like a cat chase, like a wild goose chase? That's what I'm talking about. Poor Roger, again with the sword in the side, dies a third time. He led us to an arena, which was very familiar. As he was smiling, he placed himself in the middle of the arena, and the group watched him. I went up to him and asked what he was doing. This is what he said. I've been wanting you to come to me this whole time. It's been a while since I've seen you, and I want to stay with you, but I can't. I don't want you to know me as the Roger I'm supposed to be. Tears trickled down his face, and 4 skeletons appeared around him, each holding fire bows. He said these words, which tore me apart. I'm sorry. So Roger is trying to make amends for everything he's done wrong. All of the friends are here. Lizzie is here. The executioner fire artists are here, and it seems that Roger is sacrificing himself as an apology, which seems completely unnecessary. If you just say you're sorry, you can live with Lizzie for forever, but no, you gotta take this weird route. This is dumb. This is dumb. Roger should not have to die for this, as he shoots Lizzie just before he is killed. The rest of the group had been in the blank region for too long and disappeared, going back to the real world. Roger and I were the ones who managed to stay. Roger burned down to a skeleton and faced me, confused as to why he hadn't died. He was looking around, and I grabbed him and pulled him close, telling him we were meant to be together no matter what. Cupid appeared behind us, ready, and Roger tried to shoot him out of the air but missed. Cupid fired his arrows, and it happened. Here we go. Cupid fires his arrows. He missed his shot. Cupid on fire, looking a little awkward. Cupid kind of died. Let's try this again. Cupid, there you go. Now, oh no, Cupid's on fire again. Oh no, Cupid's died twice. Cupid needs to survive. You know what? I'm gonna keep Cupid alive. Watch this. Ready? Ready? There we go. No need to intervene. Now we have a happy ending. Skeleton and cheerleader in love. This is how it's meant to be, guys. When I returned to the real world with Roger, I was no longer a cheerleader. I had a bomb strapped to a stick in my hands and was dressed accordingly. A few weeks after we returned, I decided it was time for a wedding. Roger was reluctant at first, but seeing who I was, he gave in. The wedding was held today. Larry's friends all attended, and celebratory musket shots were fired into the air as Roger and I kissed. Oh, so now she turns into Boom Boom Bella. Or you can call this Lizzie Boom Boom Lizzie. I'm fine with that. And there's Roger the human being overseen by the lovely priest. Fantastic. And then you have all of our friends. You've got Sammy the Scarecrow. You've got Larry looking very happy right now. You've got the Night Crow. You've got Benny, and you got Helga. Mr. Death himself is here. Ricky the Ninja. Kira, the Pirate Queen. You've got the General Phantom. You've got our new catapult friend, whose name escapes me. And then you've got Hugo in the back because he's too big to get too close. And they live happily ever after. That's amazing. Is this it? Lizzie and Roger are married. The Dead Realm and the Blank Region have separated. What now? Another journal? Crow, what do you want next? It's up to you. That was awesome, and I definitely want another journal.